All right, welcome back. So where were we? We're talking about Oga Polo. All right. So we've talked about what started, like just lightheaded part of the story, maybe about 10% accurate, but good enough. Okay, of what started everything between Very Dark Man, Iyabo Joe, and then how is this related to Davido's wedding, right? We've talked about that. But now let's talk about Oga Polo. This is Oga Polo right here with his baby girl hugging each other. So he jumped out on the internet. Oga Polo is a record executive, entertainment executive. He's the creator of One African Fest. I think that's what they call it. There's a concert that they do in New York. They do it in Dubai. They do it in, I think they do it in Houston, Atlanta as well. They do it every year. It brings all the Afrobeat artists. He's responsible for a lot of people's careers behind the scenes. Okay. So he's a big guy when it comes to entertainment, management. Like, just think of, who would I say, like a big management company. Think of like the Violators behind 50 Cents. Or what's the other name of the lady? The lady that does the show, the reality TV show, Love and Hip Hop. What's her name? Forgot her name. She used to be part of Violators too. But anyway, like big managers that manage a lot of artists. That's who Oga Polo is in Nigeria. So he jumped out there, and I guess he didn't say. Well, he said something about his baby girl, his wife, but he said pray for this guy. After he said Auntie Ode and then dragged her because of invitation. He now said pray for this guy. He said person who swear for this guy don't die. The person who swore for this guy has died. It's a pity he just have to live in this condition for the rest of his miserable life. Now, all of that are emotional shots, okay? And sometimes you do have to call people out of their names and throw emotional shots. But if you are an Ogapolo, I hope you know what you're doing, because then they will have the right to come back at you. That's just, it's all fair, okay? If you use emotional, how do I say, like very, if you hit below the belt, I'm looking for a word, I can't find it right now. But anyway, if you are extremely disrespectful to the person of a person, personally, a personal shot at the person on the internet in the form of text like this, yes, if that person, if they don't have any kind of, if they are loose guard themselves, you go collect. I mean, that's just fair. And that's why I was saying on Auntie B show platform earlier that I hope he knows what he's doing, because if I'm going to engage a very dark man and I was an Ogapolo, I would mute him for life. Whatever that means on the internet, I will mute him. I will make sure he's muted for life. And you might say, freedom of speech, Baba. That freedom of speech in your pockets, okay? I am not your president.
Sorry, oh.
You go collect. I'll shut you down for life. It will not be me and you basbos. I don't do that, okay? I'm not your mate. We're not each other's mates. If I have the power, if I don't have that power, I will just leave you alone. Meaning, I'm still indirectly shutting you down. I will disregard you. But if I'm going to engage you, I will not do the half-ass thing, okay? I will not be doing the emotionalism back and forth, and then you call me out of your name, you are not there, and you are Agbaya. I'm not doing that with anybody. I'm not doing that with anybody. I'm respectful, naturally, okay? But if I say something that's offensive to you, and you decide to be offensive to me, I will, most of the time, ignore your ass. Meaning, I'm shutting you down without even touching you. It's as simple as that. If I have to touch you, then I will literally touch you. As in, like, destroyed. That's the way I believe it should be done. If I can't do that, then I'm going to have to tell my wife, I say, hey, are you sure you want to keep engaging that? Because I'm going to protect you if I have to protect you. But if you want to keep engaging that and it's just screws, I'll leave you all alone because you're a grown woman. I'm not going to run out there and say anything from an emotional place. Now, if I did, I will forgive myself. I will make sure I finish it. And I think that's what happened here. So I'm going to read what he said. Ogapolo said here. He said, pray for this guy. And then I already read some part of it, right? Pray for this guy. Person wey swear for this guy don't die. It's a pity he just have to leave his condition for the rest of his miserable life. You come for a wedding to check which invites someone have. Is that not sickness? I believe you see Yabo in your dreams every night and day. That's his baby girl, right? If you say you love your mom, I believe your mom and Yabo may be same age. Respect that. All right. So all of that is a lot. Again, it's not like VeryDarkMan did not deserve that. Because you call out my wife, you say Auntie Ode. Again, if I'm going to have to touch you, or even with my words, if somebody's going to take my screenshot around the internet like this one, because this one right now is living on Instablog Nigeria, then I will finish you. That's the only way I will ever offer this. Because again, I have a lot to lose. You have nothing to lose. So we're not on the same level, right? So when I saw this, I'm like, okay. All right. Some people might even consider it a simpish move. You're standing up for your girl. You want to fight for your girl now. You want to save her, right? So I don't think anything is wrong with that. I just want to make sure it's done properly. Okay? I'll fight for my girl, but I will destroy you. That's what will happen. You know? So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, interesting, right? So this is what came back. So now let's go back to what happened after that. What happened after that is this. Let's see this. All right. Now, again, a man who is connected at a very, like on a 98 to 100 scale, is connected to his feminine energy. That's VeryDarkMan. See, VeryDarkMan is a stoic, right? MTR is stoic, muscular. That's not masculine. This man is a feminine man, okay? When you engage that kind of man, and that emotional stuff, they will multiply it for you. That's what they will do, okay? They will literally act like your typical woman, right? Because what do they have? The power that this man has is his mouth. Mouth like a lethal weapon. Yes, Saida BOJ, Saida Bodge will get away with this kind of behavior 20 times more than you as a man will get away with this behavior. Our society is simply not set up that way. You can't get away with that sassy nonsense. You see what's going on with Ninja Turtle on this other side of the pond? You remember Ninja Turtle, right? They're still dragging him. He came back with receipts yesterday. They're still destroying him, weary, right? So if you're a man and you're showing up with a lot of feminine energy, which is why I said, I didn't want Paulo to fall in that category. But we all have feminine energy in us, right? But not like you don't like out of control like that. No, right? We don't want to ever be in that space because the society looks up to us to maintain structure, order, security, safety. But if you the same one that you be on the internet dragging women on an ongoing basis in the name of your fighting bleaching cream, not lie, it's you are. You're a liar. It's just who you are. You're just a nasty, disrespectful man, feminine man. That's what that is. And that's not a crime, but you need to see that for what it is so that you can maybe hopefully self-reflect and control that. And the reality is that this day there's more and more men like that on the internet. They call it stand up for yourself. No, it's not. You're just a feminine man. And it's okay. Okay? Let's keep going. So this is what came after that. This is, feminine energy, receive, multiply, reciprocate. You're about to see a good example. I don't like bringing feminine and masculine unless we're talking about sexual polarity, but when it's too much like this, I kind of need to bring that in, okay? Look at it. Oh, sorry. Check this out. Thank God I didn't play.
So I just saw this thing on Gossip Mail and I said, let me check the comments. Paulo was referring to me. He said, pray for this guy. Person will swear for this guy, don't buy. He said, he just have to live in this condition for the rest of his miserable life. You come for a wedding to check which invites someone up. Is that not sickness? I believe you see Yabo in your dreams every night and day. If you say you love your mom, I believe your mom and Yabo are the same age. Respect that. Now, Paulo, with all due respect, it's just
all right.
One I want to give you. You understand? This thing that is happening does not concern you. You were there when Iyabo carried herself and called my mama animal.
Okay, so feminine men are always trying to compete with women. Because Iyabo called me my mama, so I must call her mama back, not just one time. I must keep doing it until I self-destruct. Literally, that's what's going to happen. I know you think you live in a fair world. You don't live in a fair world. There's no such thing. We're the one, because of socialization, because of civilization, we're the one injecting fairness into it, and that's what we're supposed to be. That's why we're higher animals. That's why we have court systems. We put fairness into it. From a natural standpoint, there's no such thing as fairness. Forget that thing. You'll get destroyed. May the best player win. That's how it works. So if you're going to talk about a patriarchal world, and then you're trying to, she did it first, so I must do it back, you're a loser. That's how losers talk from the get-go. You cannot win that game. You cannot win that game. So what? We should just allow women to talk to, are you paying attention? When was the last time that Iyabo Ojo addressed this man? Are you paying attention to us? Are you paying attention to the story? Because from where I'm seeing right now, it looks like somebody's trying to have one up on a bunch of women. You can't, that's a loser strategy. Okay? Why? Because they're women? I don't know. You go figure it out. I'm just saying it's a loser strategy. You can't solve. The society is not set up that way. A bunch of, you might want to call it simps, are going to protect her. You're going to get destroyed. And you're going to have to blame yourself for that. Because you might say, because a bunch of simps. That's your story. The point is that our society is not set up that way. We have double standard on both sides of the gender. So gender warriors, they don't know to rest when it comes to this kind of stuff. There's double standard on both sides. It's already fair by default. Or let me say it's as fair as it's ever going to get by default. Because I already said it's never going to be fair, right? Or whatever your idea of fairness is. Chidima said, Oga Polo, you go explain tire. Yes. Because again, you have to keep explaining. Once you start with a feminine person, let me stop using the feminine thing. What's the better word to use? I don't know. Because I don't like bringing feminine and masculine because people misuse it unless we're talking about sexual polarity. But it is what it is, okay? Once you engage people that have nothing to lose, people that count on society to protect them, they have, and they think they have a safety net. They call it social media, right? I'm just going to fight. Or they call it, I'm just going to fight. I don't worship money. Once you have this kind of people, right, don't engage them. Because Oga Polo will explain tired. Because it's not going to be enough. D-Love says, I like the way Oga Polo stood up for Iyabo. VDM is fighting a woman, so Polo is asking him to face him man to man. Is it childish? Yes, but we love it. I know you love it. That's why it can also lead to destruction. Ladies. Yeah. I don't know if you saw me and Auntie B earlier on today about that. That's why I know you love it. And guess what? When you love it, men love it too, right? Because they want to protect you. But we should protect women. That's literally what we do. But how you go about it is very important. We can't just jump out there and face any maniac at any chance just because you want to. We got to be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. VDM is allowing these people to yank his chain. He needs to focus. True. Thank you. That's a good way to put it, Liz. Because I do think he actually has more value than he thinks. Right? He thinks he has nothing to lose. He's moving like he has nothing to lose. The reality is that he has a lot to lose. All those people that count on him. All those villages who could be digging borehole for them right now. All of that, if he goes away because he has some past, we know he was yanking somebody's prick. Okay, not yanking. He was giving somebody a hand job. He said that with his own mouth. Right? So if he had that kind of past, he might have done other things for money. Do anything for money in the past. They can put him away for a long time. We don't know that. But he lives in a glass house. He's throwing stones. He has a lot to lose. But I'm not going to sit around and convince him. I'm saying that to all the VDM's fans listening to me right now. You just speak truth. And that's all you think you need. Sadly, that's a very weak place to enter this world we live in. Okay? That's the bare minimum. You should be a truth teller. Bare minimum. You should be telling the truth. You shouldn't be doing it because you need to feel better than what you already feel. It should be a default. As a normal human being, you should be telling the truth. You shouldn't steal, you shouldn't cheat, you shouldn't lie. That's bare minimum. You don't get special accolade for not cheating and not stealing and not lying. So if you have the need to say so loud, I'm just better, you're probably not telling the truth. You're probably telling a version of the truth. You're probably speaking from a blind spot. You're probably not open-minded enough to know that possibly there are other things you don't know or that you could know. Maybe your senses can't pick it up. They are just socially lame people in this world. Yoruba people, in your moral, you know how to read the room, right? Some of us are better at it than others. Nobody is perfect, but we keep engaged, we keep learning about this kind of stuff. Why? Because our world that we live in is evolving. Some people say it's devolving. Good for you. It's changing. It's not going to remain the same. We're never going back to 1960. Is that news flash? Well, news flash for you, okay? So that's a good way to put that, Liz. I digress. Sparkleberry says, people should learn to absorb, reflect, and decide if it's necessary to react. No need for gbasgbos most of the time. That's a fact. Most of the time, it's probably not necessary. If you count down 30 seconds, you'll probably notice it's probably not necessary. You'll probably just calm. Like, that one. You just sympathize with the person silently. Me engage VDM. I'm talking about this because he wants attention, but actually that's the least of the issue. It's because I know there are many VDMs out there who are rooting for him and they think, oh yes, these people no, you're a loser. If I want to say it in the nicer way, not loser. That's not nice. I'll stop it. It's a loser strategy, okay? It's a loser strategy. You're right. Some of the people that are leading the world, the people that are controlling, only about 20% of them are controlling 80% of the resources. Anywhere you go in the world, in the third world countries, worse. You're right, okay? But all of that is not just as simple as some people are evil and some people are bad. Some of it, yes. In a third world, it's more likely some people are evil. You're right. But the point here is this. There's a strategy that you need to learn. That strategy is not that you think you are holier than thou. That's a terrible strategy. It's a loser's strategy. Okay? I'm the victim. They're the one oppressing me. That as a mindset, that can be a reality, but that as a mindset is the worst thing that can happen to you as a human being. You gotta be careful with that. All right. We're getting through it. I didn't know this story was gonna go this far, but we're getting through it. But VDM ate Oga Polo. That's why I agree with Man of Proceed that he would have been coming for a kill if he must engage. Yes, I will have to. That's why I don't know if that's what he's starting with. I don't know if he's starting with that to engage him, to hold him for something. I don't know. But if that's just emotional, the way I'm suspecting it, I wouldn't do that. No way. I haven't seen VDM's video. I'm sure MOP will play the full video. Yeah, I'll get to it. But the celebrities that have involved themselves in this are funny. They poke the bear and are mad now that the bear has poked them back. I know. Because many of them are what you might call money misroad. They don't understand how power works. And you don't need to understand that, by the way. But once you start engaging certain status in life, let's say you blow up, your social media page, you suddenly just gain 1 million one day. The first thing you should be doing, okay, is talk to a wise counsel. This is a lot of attention. I know that this comes with its downsides. Please enlighten me. Okay. You know what happens to most people? They start to feel, the younger they are, the more they feel this way. They start to feel like they can do it again. If I did it yesterday, I'll do it again. So coconut head creeps in, like the pride, right? It just creeps in, and they don't mean any harm. It's just natural. You know, I got 1 million people following me. Right? What are you gonna tell me, right? Remember what Kanye West asked the guy, the white boy on that used to be on CNN, the UK guy. He said, "How much do you earn again? How much do you earn again?" I don't think less than 2 months later, Kanye lost everything. Lost all $1 billion worth. It's still okay now, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Laid off a bunch of people. So it's not, again, selfish. It's not just about you speaking truth. Understand that when you become a powerhouse, if you have 1 million people following you, a lot of people are counting on you. They're looking up to you. You need to be responsible with that. If you gain 1 million followers or you gain $1 million from playing a lottery, you're going to lose all of it if you don't talk to a wise counsel. It's just the way the world works. Okay? What do you mean? You don't know me, I will maintain it. Baba, as long as you're a human being like me and you will lose all of it. And even if you talk to wise counsel, you will still lose a significant chunk of it. Either we're talking about followers or money, or actual money. These things are so flaky, they will destroy you along your own path. So when I talk about humility, it's not just kumbaya. This one is just a pastor. No, bro. No. You have no idea. Let's keep going. VDM finished Oga Polo in their bass bowls. What's the video he made? Let's go into that. I think I just played that, right? Yeah, I was playing it.
You did here, you see, she call my father Ram. You understand? You don't talk anything. I respond now, you dey talk.
Yes, Pierre Morgans, yes, yeah.
Done you well, I respect you, right? But if you put your mouth for this thing again, I will rubbish you for this internet. I go so rubbish you to the point where you say you go hate the fact say you won't call my name. If you don't see your name now today na Polo, I dey Lagos with you now. Man just see VDM do anything, VDM this one, that one. That your money, with that your money, you no go repair wetin go come out from my mouth. Your money will not repair your personality again. You don't do management for senior footballers in the past.
Okay, so here's a quick mistake. If you want to watch the full video again, you can go to his platform. It's an influencer. The videos are out there everywhere. Here's a mistake. Money is not all that Oga Polo has. That's a mistake that people like him make. That's not all he has. Right? That's the least of what he has. Money. And obviously mouth. Because you barely see him ever say anything on social media. Money and mouth. Those are some of the least. I'll be your body, ladies. If that's all you have, oh my God.
Oh my days.
That's the least. You see, he's stuck on money. Your money cannot buy me. That's not what that man, that's not what he's proud of. That's not his work. Okay? Money is not all that makes up Oga Polo's status in society. Right? Money come and go. Oga Polo, if he tells you a story, I'm sure he has a moment he was broke. After he got rich, then went completely broke. These people will not get it. Oh my God. Maybe Chie can help me. Yeah. That's the money. The kind of influence that Oga Polo has is not social media. See, he thinks he has social media. He's an influencer. Influencers are the worst. They have no idea what influence actually means. That's what I was talking about earlier on. If you have a million followers that fell out of nowhere because you said one or two things that's polarized enough for a bunch of people to follow you, okay? That's not power in the grand scheme of things. Influence is power, but there is power that you don't know how to use. That's why you need to talk to wise counsel, not just once. You need to maintain one in your corner from time to time. And I think he had a good opportunity by being able to hang out with the likes of a Davido and then maybe enter a room with the Vodis. I'm sure like the Vodis now, those ones, hopefully they're not texting him because those ones, some of those ones are smart enough to not do text. They might try to call him, he probably won't pick up because his coconut head will know that's why they're calling him. No, nobody's going to stop me today. Y'all gonna learn. Okay, y'all gonna learn. Money is the least of his powers, you know. Yeah. Connection, right? The track records, all those years upon years upon years of work. There's no social media followership that can catch up with that. I don't care if you have 10 million followers, you know. I don't care if you have 10 million followers. It's not going to be the same. D-Loves, in that corrupt Niger, they will just plant something on him and set him up. VDM needs to move carefully. You know? Look at what they did to Showore. Showore is like the most straightest, walking person ever. He could not move for how many years now? Since 2017, I think. Is it 2017? He could not move. He could not leave Abuja. Just keep coming back to court. And you're not allowed to talk on the internet. That's it. Time, your most valuable asset, is winding away in front of your face. That's the nicest one they can do, by the way. Now again, if you have been yanking somebody's prick, I don't know what else you've done in the past. Which means you might probably have some dirty stuff. Not like Showore is clean as they come. The worst you can find about Showore is on Sahara Reporters. Hey, I'm just saying. If you like him, if you know him, don't go into his comment and be encouraging him. This man go collect. Let me show you something. Let me show you some of the comments. Is this? No, that's not it. Oh, I closed it. It's going to show you something cool. Let's keep going here.
Understand? You don't manage musician. You don't help us for Afrobeat music and the rest. You don't spread us one African fest and all that. Stay on that lane, bro. You understand? In Nigeria, say what they call now. I like that. But let's say I'll go America. Brother Paul, you stay on that place. I don't want problem with you. Stay on that place. When your body insult my mama, my papa, you know talk. I never said anything before that time. Do you understand? Let her go and bring where I refer to her or said something and I called her name. No. Name was never called. Do you understand?
This man is still obsessed with fairness. Her name was never called, so she cannot call my name. It's all that is semantics. All that is stupid semantics, myopic. That's not how the world works. That's not how it works. You don't have to call name, by the way. You don't have to call name. Somebody say, oh, as long as you say alleged. No, the alleged stuff that we say here too is bullshit. If you say something provocative enough that tampers with somebody's livelihood, you'll get picked up. But I said alleged. Okay, the lawyer will say you said alleged, but this is what it became. It became libel. You're going away. We honestly, we say that just to fulfill righteousness and because we're already not saying anything that's not in the public space already anyway. But you start mashing somebody's name in the mud and you're throwing accusations anyhow and you say, but I said alleged, Baba, you get picked up. You get picked up. You showed that video, so it's even worse than name calling. Yeah. Her face, her picture. Never called her name. Right? It's insinuations everywhere. Insinuation Pro Max. And you're talking about, you see how myopic that is? I don't even know if myopic is the right word. This is it's not a very wise person. This is a person that's moving around this world like a zombie. They can get captured and thrown away and disappear for life. Hopefully that won't happen to you. I wish him the best. But that can also happen figuratively. They will silence you. You'll never be able to talk ever. You enter any room, they say, we don't want to touch you. It's too hot. That's what's destroying this world. You are entertaining and enabling these people. That's why they keep doing that to us. Who is us? What do you mean? Anybody can decide to be wiser. You can decide to change where you belong. You can belong in the 20% or the 80%. Your own 100%. Your world is your world. If you gain some emotional intelligence today, you start running your world just like that because your emotions are checked, and you also check other people's emotions, right? Which means you're running your world, and just like that, you have the power of influence. You influence the next person help you influence more people. Before you know, you have connections everywhere. You don't have to be loud on the internet. And you can be an Oga Polo and make even mistakes like the one he made. He'll be fine. See, we're not sure that you can be fine. We're not sure about that one. We're not sure. Anyway, sometimes this VDM reminds me of DF, but DF knows sometimes not to call names. Maybe with age, VDM will learn. DF has evolved. Daddy Free has evolved, even over the past 2-3 years alone. Oh, he has evolved. They showed him Shege. Did you hear his story? They shut him down everywhere. And who is they? Pastors. Powerful pastors. Religious people. Powerful pastors. They shut you down. Anyone can decide where you want to be. In the bottom 80% or the top 20% of our world. You see people rise to the top all the time. It looks like it's overnight success because they learn something and then sustain it. Right? Sustain it. Tell Anita, oh, did you see the video answer Anita? For where? You don't answer people like that. You don't answer people like that. Everybody is focused on his dirty prick. But did you pay attention to the fact that he never answered Anita? Me. Your moral standards are your moral standard. You know your right hand from your left hand already. If I'm gonna have to teach you that, it's too late anyway. The parts that you need to learn is how this world works. The power intelligence. That's what you need to learn. That doesn't mean you need to kiss ass. It's not that simple either. I'm not asking you to walk around kissing ass. Because that one too, you fit collect if you're just walking around this world kissing ass just because you want to gain something.
Sorry, yo.
Let's keep going. He's still talking.
So bros, you go respect yourself, else wallah, you go and learn. And you will learn the hard way. If na me and Yabo, Mona else be the only way everything go end. You understand? Now if jejely, sorry say I call your mama, no pass like that. You understand? If you dey insult my papa, they go, that one na business. But see my mama side, don't leave am. Just say sorry. Say sorry, everybody rest. But other than that, don't only
Sorry, kill you there. That sorry he will never get. And he will rest. Hopefully not in peace. He will rest. That sorry is not going to happen. Forget that thing. Okay? Oga Polo don't learn today. That this boy, I'm not going to engage him this way. In fact, instantly he learned. I'm going to show you that he learned instantly. Okay? All right?
you don't even better self. Down a normal girl, she does it do. And whatever thing she feel, okay, that one day. But you see, yeah, bro, it is tit for tat, so we go court, we go to come back. Till eternity.
Tit for tat till eternity. Do you understand how dumb that is? That's not the reality of anybody. That sounds like a Nollywood movie. It doesn't work like that. Some people collect Beni Ashegbe.
Sorry, yo.
We have 8 billion people here. And you think your own success, the end Nollywood movie story, the bad guy died and the good man survived? You really think that's how this works? Maybe it's not dumb, it's ignorant. Ignorant at the highest order. Our world does not work like that. Okay? It doesn't work like that. Just look around you. It does not work like that. Go to New York City. The people that are running that place, they don't pay taxes. One of them being Donald Trump. You go there, I want to do the right thing. I'm just going to go open a shop on the 5th Avenue. Let me show you guys myself. Just going to go to 5th Avenue and open a shop. I'm going to do all the right thing. And then you start competing. Like, wait. This money is not adding up. How do they do it? They are hiring illegal immigrants. But you don't see, they are behind the scenes. They are running the show. You want to hire, make sure everybody has the right papers. I'm not asking you to do anything illegal, by the way. I just want to show you how this world works. Okay? You do whatever you want with this information. Okay? But make sure you do the right thing with it. Okay? Just know that when you're competing, you don't get to say, you don't set the rules. It's competition. It's competition. Just be aware that there are things happening behind the scenes, and it's the best player win. Do you understand that entrepreneurs don't pay any taxes in this country? Well, they kind of do, but they have a better way to get away with not paying taxes. Well, rightfully so. They feed families. right? They're feeding families. Let's keep going. So that's your idea of good. I'm a good guy. Please assess it across the board with the society you live in. Does it really make sense? Abi, this is just ignorance. You're just gonna do tit for tat with Yabojo, and you think somehow that's your reality? You see how dumb that is?
But Paulo, don't put your mouth again. Else, I know they follow you fight. I know they my mouth alone. Now only mouth I'll talk with you go up. And only mouth I'll
Now only mouths.
And you could know whether you know. You go surprised to say I know about you. You'll be very surprised.
What do you want to know about a person that somebody else? So if you know, that means somebody else knew, and somehow you're wiser than that person. You're gonna come and rat, right? You're gonna come out and rat on him. The person that told you what they knew about them, you're wiser than them. You'll be the first to come out and rat on him, Abi. What do you know that you're going to use your stupid mouth to say? That the other person could not have said if it was the right thing to do, quote unquote, the right thing. Go ahead and tell on him. What did he do? He keep saying. What did he do? The worst thing he can do is kill a person. The person that told you about that situation. Or how did you know? Or were you an accomplice? No, tell us now what you know. How did you know exactly? How do you say phenocol in deal of help me? How do you phenocol in English? How do you phenocol? How do you phenocol in English? Please help me. Somebody help me. Tell me about phenocol. I like that about Davido ignoring Anita. There's nothing to address with Anita. She's pregnant. We take care of her baby. If that's a real thing. Banky W was ignored. The cheating. Yes! Banky W is a smart guy, by the way. It's a very smart guy behind the scenes. You're right. All our business owners have maximum tax deductions. Yep. Is that fair? It's not fair. You have this. Let's not get into politics. It's not about being fair, okay? It's about being fair but not fair. The point is that your own idea of fairness is probably clogged up with your own self-loathing righteousness. And unfortunately, the world doesn't work on that. How do you phenocol? Please, somebody help me. D-Love, are you there? Don't leave me. Please don't leave me hanging. How do you phenocol? This is how you use your mouth to destroy yourself. What do you know? That thing that you know. She said that one hard. Maybe translation is use your mouth to get yourself. Okay, self-destruction. This is mouth, self-destruction by mouth. That's what this is. Samiti said take easy on my VDM. I'm sorry. It's not about this guy. He's a popular. He's put his face out there. It's about all the VDMs, including you, Sami Tai. I just like. It's not about right or wrong. In grand scheme of things, he's probably quote unquote in the right thing. But is it wise? Right? Would you want your child to jump out on the internet and start creating enemies everywhere? Your man warrior core any now. Do you think you're wiser than people that say man warrior core any? You think you're wiser than them? Those people have been here forever. That's ancient. I don't know that one in English. D-Love, I'm bothering you today. That one hard though. Maybe translation, use your mouth to get yourself in trouble. Yeah. You don't just seek unless there's an actual cause, which I can respect that. We mentioned Fela earlier on. We mentioned some greats in the past that pushed against the existing narrative, and we didn't understand it when it was happening. Because now they become prophets, right? But please make sure you know what you're doing. That's all I can say, because I'm not here to say it's wrong. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Don't worry, I'll play for you. Yep. It's using his future to play. Absolutely. Shout out to Oba Solomon who made a cameo feature today on Auntie B's platform.
You can use your function to play.
Let's keep going.
Right. If you play with me, you're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. Don't play. else you go. Oh, and shout out to On Point Clothing for my cap. I'm gonna patronize On Point. Don't play. So
All right, so that's that. So Ogapolo came back, and I think he gathered some wisdom, and he made a full stop stance. I prefer this one better than what he did earlier on, or maybe he had a plan to do this all along to call some kind of ultimatum. If you're gonna make a statement, make it apt, make your stand known, and leave it alone. You know, even if somebody drag you, but at least you know you're not going back and forth with a moron. So Gapolo typed, he said, "This nonsense will stop today. Tunde Ednut," he tagged them, Tunde Ednut, Davido, Cubana Chief Priest, Sean Bird, Big Bird Kuti, DJ Obi, Pokoli, either me, your friend, or him, VDM. You need to make a decision. It's very simple. To me, that's very, very simple. It's not something that we need advisors. Somebody here says, "I learned years ago to never ask a person to choose between me and another because you may end up shocked." But that's just a lesson. That's you comparing yourself to Ogapolo. Do you have the same thing that Ogapolo has? Probably not. We're not talking about your broke friends at home. I beg. Move. We're talking about people that have something to lose. And that could be anybody. It could be a man and a woman. But if you actually consider that you have something to lose, right? But you also need to fight for a cause. Sometimes you have to make a stand. See, remember, I did not say you shouldn't make a stand. I just want it to be a little bit more clear-cut and make sure you're willing to see it all the way to the end. If he's making a decision and said, "I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to do business. Particularly, I don't want to do business with you," if you're messing with that person, I can respect that. I'm not going to call your mother's name. I'm not going to say your mother is the same age as Yabo. That's too much. But I will call it like, if you're messing with this guy, I don't want to mess with you. I can say it behind the scenes. I can say it with my full chest in public. That's fine. So just to satisfy the lady's urge, he took a stand. Maybe do it in public so you guys can feel good. I'd rather it is done in a controlled environment, because you have a lot more to lose and you're dealing with a person that has nothing, self-proclaimed, has nothing to lose. So I prefer this stance here that he made here, actually, than the other one, because it goes beyond just now. It's not just mouthing off with nobody on the internet. Let me come to the chat a little bit. I'm enjoying the chat, by the way. If you're bold and you get sense, it will backfire big time. He needs wisdom. Yeah, we all need that wisdom. That's why I'm doing this. The boy IQ low. Ajibola. Emotional intelligence no be this kind boy mate. He will never have it. No, I don't think so too. Because pride is not anybody's mate. Coconut head. Hey. I don't think he will be able to. He won't be able to comprehend what I'm saying, Seth. He will just be like, "Wait till this one, then yeah. I beg, y'all gonna learn." If I had like 1 million followers, he would jump on it and try to drag me, weary. But I don't have that. So, but like, "Wait till this one, then yeah." And he would think he's wiser than the rest of us. Shout out to all 42 of you watching me live. His mouth is on point though. Yeah, just like the cap. He used to live in MD with his sister. Ooh, who used to live in MD? Polo? Because VeryDarkMan is not VeryDarkMan you're talking about. Or are you talking about, who are you talking about that used to live in DM? You're right, Chinye, but we need more bold youth like him in this corrupt society, as long as you are on the right lane. That's an interesting outlook on that. See, the activism thing, right? I like Showore, but Showore should not be going to be partying with Davido. You gotta choose your lane, all right? And you can't just remember that man that tried to drag Showore. Showore he might tackle strategically sometimes. After the politics thing, he did that from a political standpoint, but Showore is not just talking. Showore has hardcore evidence. Like, that's what Sahara Reporters is known for. That's the kind of youth that understand that this is not a game. You can literally lose your life. That's what we need. We don't need people just moving mad, because social media will destroy you. It will. especially if you're given, it's tricky because sometimes the youths might show like they don't have sense, but that's the boldness, right? But there's certain lines that you just cross, like calling a random auntie or on the internet is absolutely not the youth you need fighting for you. That's not who you need. Even if the auntie offends you, that's not what you need. Okay, that's not what you need. So I get where you're going there. We need more youth, but we need them to know what they're doing though, because they would destroy everybody. If we have youth in the street just acting maniac like that, imagine having about 20 of those. They will cause chaos. They will destroy more than they build anything. And voice is a powerful thing. He has that voice. It's a powerful thing. But the way he's using it is going to self-destruct. VDM, there are some people called the gatekeeper. They are there for a reason. Yep. That's what people like VDM do, is to drag you in the mud with you. The first rule is to never engage. Thank you, gifted child. Never engage charlatans like VDM. Absolutely. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you're willing to see it all the way till the end. Yes, bold youth with sense and respect. Yep. I like Showore. At some point, I'm like, this bros, calm down. But, because again, I'm always paying attention to the power intelligence side of things. It's not just as simple as I'm telling the truth. It's never that simple. It's never that simple. All right. Tinubu, somebody said he stole the mandate. Good. Clap for yourself. Your system was weak enough for Tinubu to steal the mandates. Clap for yourself. You still didn't win. Okay. Everybody lost. That's not helping. You need to be a little bit more strategic than right and wrong. You're wrong, I'm the enemy. You need to be a little bit more strategic than that. You got to think beyond just somebody is your enemy, okay? That's how they get you, by the balls. It's not as simple as you're just a victim. Like, if you're a victim, you stay a victim. It's about what is it? Where's the loophole? Where's the crack in the fence? How did they enter? That's what you should be paying attention to. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm getting to another conversation entirely. So Ogapolo, I kind of like what he did here. I wish he started that way, but it's okay. Sometimes we make a boo-boo. As a normal human being, we have emotions. You get caught up in it. You tap yourself on the back and say, Bale. Forgive yourself. Pick yourself up. Destroy them completely now this time around as soon as you can get to it. Right? As soon as you catch yourself, you're engaging a charlatan with your emotions. It's not going to work. Catch yourself. Stop immediately. Stop immediately. In fact, that one will shock them better because they never see it coming. They don't, because they are kind of used to like, oh, I'm going to get attention from this. It's basketball, right? I will grow my platform even more. They never see it coming.
I never expected it.
Drop the link, okay? And you people want to eat. I have to finish in 20 minutes, so because I have to make a drive in the morning. You know what? You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? How's Saturday evening? How's Saturday evening? But let me see if I can cover a little bit more base because more people are involved in this. Too many lessons in this. Just too many lessons in this situation here. All right. So after he dropped that, of course, you know they don't rest, right? He won't rest. All right. I found it. There you go. Let me play this for you. They don't rest because remember the only power he has is his mouth. That usually means a powerless person, by the way. The only power he has is his mouth.
All right, so I saw what Paulo posted. If like say for this video, I will use one stone, take key to bed. You know how the thing to be. So Paulo posted, I just saw it on Gossip Mill. Paulo posted, this nonsense will stop today. He tagged Sunday Not, he tagged the video, he tagged Kobana Chief Priest, he tagged Big Bad Kuti, tagged DJ Obi on deck, he tagged Pokoli. He now said either him as friendship or me, VDM, that they should make a decision. First of all, I've never spoken to Pokoli in my life. I just know him as a dancer. I've never said a word to him before. So remove him from that list. The other people, DJ Obi is a nice person.
We don't need to finish listening to him. We just know that he's going to keep explaining, okay? So he came back with that. And then, you know, Later on, somebody who is also well known in the industry decided to chime in. All right, somebody decided to chime in, and that's Obi Kubana. Before I get into Obi Kubana, everybody says shout out to Jean. Jean is the person that helped me with this stuff. You don't think I'm the one releasing all those videos, do you? Of course not. Okay, her name is Jean. She does a great job. She's worked with me since actually she started this channel with me October 2021. Yeah, she helped me in many other capacities as well. So shout out to Jean. So I put this here for her so that she can know exactly where to cut our videos up. So before we get into the next segment, hit the like button. Do me a favor, hit the like button. We're going to go talk about Kubana right now. Obi Kubana. Okay, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Check out this next segment. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.